When the world falls apart, the gun you grab in those first few seconds could decide whether you survive or become another victim. Forget the movies. In a real zombie outbreak, every shot matters. Loud rifles attract hordes, heavy weapons slow you down, and unreliable firearms can fail at the worst possible moment. Today, we're counting down 8 firearms that offer the best balance of reliability, firepower, portability, and survival value when civilization is gone. From ultra-quiet rifles built for stealth to battle-proven classics that keep running in impossible conditions, each firearm has a unique role in staying alive. Stay until the end, because the number 1 pick isn't just the most effective rifle on this list, it may. Number 8. Ruger 1022. When most people imagine surviving a zombie apocalypse, they picture powerful rifles firing massive calibers. But in reality, survival isn't always about raw firepower. It's about staying unnoticed, conserving ammunition, and eliminating threats without attracting an entire horde. That's exactly where the Ruger 1022 shines. Weighing just over 5 pounds, the 1022 is one of the lightest and easiest rifles to carry during long scavenging missions. Chambered in .22 long rifle, it produces very little recoil, allowing rapid and accurate follow-up shots. Add a quality suppressor with subsonic ammunition, and each shot becomes surprisingly quiet, perfect for slipping through abandoned neighborhoods without broadcasting your location. Its biggest advantage is ammunition efficiency. 500 rounds of .22 LR weigh roughly the same as 100 rounds of many centerfire rifle cartridges. That means more opportunities to defend yourself, hunt small game, or practice without quickly running out of supplies. Against zombies, precision matters more than caliber. A carefully placed headshot is what stops the threat, and the Ruger 1022 is more than capable of delivering that accuracy at practical survival distances. For anyone planning a realistic survival loadout, this isn't your primary battle rifle, it's your quiet utility weapon, the firearm that keeps you alive by avoiding unnecessary fights instead of creating them. Number 7. Barrett M107A1. Most people would never consider carrying a .50 BMG rifle during a zombie apocalypse. It's massive, heavy, expensive, and anything but practical for everyday survival. But when you're defending a settlement against a massive horde, practicality is no longer the priority. Stopping the threat before it reaches your walls is. That's where the Barrett M107A1 becomes one of the most devastating long-range weapons ever built. Designed as a semi-automatic anti-material rifle, the M107A1 can engage targets well beyond 1,500 yards with incredible power. A single .5 OBMG round carries enough energy to destroy obstacles, punch through vehicles, and eliminate multiple targets lined up behind one another. Imagine spotting a massive zombie migration moving across an open valley toward your camp. While most rifles force you to wait until the infected get dangerously close, the Barrett allows you to start thinning the horde from extreme distance. Every accurate shot removes key targets long before they ever become an immediate threat. The rifle's immense power also allows it to defeat barriers that ordinary calibers struggle with. Whether zombies are hiding behind abandoned cars, wooden structures, or light cover, the Barrett still delivers overwhelming penetration. Of course, this kind of performance comes at a cost. The rifle weighs nearly 30 pounds once equipped with optics, and .50 BMG ammunition is bulky enough that carrying large quantities simply isn't realistic. It's also one of the loudest firearms ever made, making stealth impossible. That's why the Barrett isn't meant to accompany every supply run. Instead, it excels as a dedicated defensive weapon positioned on rooftops, towers, or elevated overwatch positions where long-range visibility becomes your greatest advantage. If your group has established a secure base and needs a firearm capable of engaging threats long before they arrive, very few weapons on Earth can match what the Barrett M107A1 brings to the fight. Number 6. Colt Python .357 Magnum. No matter how careful you are, sooner or later every survivor ends up in close quarters. Maybe your rifle runs empty. Maybe a zombie grabs the barrel. Maybe you're fighting your way through a cramped hallway where there's no room to shoulder a long gun. When that happens, you need a sidearm that works every single time. The Colt Python has earned its legendary reputation over decades thanks to one thing: absolute dependability. Unlike semi-automatic pistols, a revolver doesn't rely on magazines, slide movement, or feeding cycles. Pull the trigger, and it fires. Even under dirt, rain, dust, or complete neglect, that simplicity can become a lifesaver. Chambered in .357 Magnum, the Python delivers tremendous power from a compact platform. The cartridge has more than enough energy to punch through a zombie's skull with authority, while its excellent accuracy allows confident shots well beyond typical handgun distances. Another major advantage is versatility. If .357 Magnum ammunition becomes difficult to find, the revolver also accepts .38 special cartridges. That flexibility dramatically increases your chances of keeping the gun fed during years of scavenging when ammunition is no longer easy to replace. For survival, carrying a revolver also means fewer mechanical concerns. There's no magazine spring to wear out, no failure to feed, and no slide that can be pushed out of battery during an up-close struggle. That doesn't mean it's perfect. 6 rounds disappear quickly when facing multiple attackers, and reloading a revolver is still slower than swapping magazines in a semi-auto. But experienced shooters who train with speed loaders or moon clips can get the gun back into action remarkably fast. The Colt Python isn't designed to replace your primary rifle. Instead, it's the firearm you trust when everything else has gone wrong. The weapon that's still ready to fire when your back is against the wall and the zombies are only a few feet away. Number 5. HKMP5. Cities become some of the most dangerous places during a zombie outbreak. Tight hallways, narrow staircases, abandoned hospitals, and apartment buildings leave almost no room for error. Every loud gunshot risks attracting dozens of infected from surrounding streets. That's exactly why the HKMP5 remains one of the finest close-quarters firearms ever made. Originally developed for elite military and law enforcement units, the MP5 has built a reputation for exceptional reliability, outstanding accuracy, and incredibly smooth recoil. Chambered in 9mm and operating with its famous roller-delayed blowback system, it stays remarkably controllable even during rapid strings of fire. Its greatest strength in a survival scenario is suppression. Pair the MP5 with subsonic ammunition and a quality suppressor, and the report becomes surprisingly discreet compared to most rifles. Instead of announcing your location to every zombie within blocks, you can quietly eliminate isolated threats while continuing your search for supplies. Picture yourself clearing an abandoned hospital in search of medicine. A few infected wander the corridors, while dozens more lurk on different floors. A loud centerfire rifle could turn the entire building into a death trap. The MP5 allows you to deal with immediate threats while greatly reducing the chance of drawing unwanted attention. The compact design is another major advantage. Short enough to maneuver around doorways and tight corners, the MP5 excels where longer rifles become awkward. Fast target transitions and minimal recoil make accurate follow-up shots almost effortless, even under extreme stress. Of course, the 9mm cartridge has its limitations. It doesn't offer the range or penetration of rifle calibers, making the MP5 less effective in wide-open terrain or against distant threats. Ammunition capacity also disappears quickly if panic replaces discipline. That's why the MP5 performs best as a dedicated urban survival weapon. Inside buildings, parking garages, schools, or office complexes, few firearms combine speed, control, and precision as effectively. When every hallway could hide another infected and every unnecessary gunshot could bring disaster, the HKMP5 gives you one of the greatest advantages any survivor could ask for, staying alive without attracting the entire city. Number 4. IWI Tavor TS12. When zombies are pouring through a doorway and there's nowhere left to retreat, few firearms can match the raw stopping power of a combat shotgun. But most shotguns have one major weakness. They run dry far too quickly. The IWI Tavor TS12 solves that problem better than almost anything else on the market. Built around a compact bullpup design, the TS12 packs an incredible 15-round capacity into a firearm that's noticeably shorter than most traditional tactical shotguns. That means you get massive firepower without sacrificing maneuverability inside homes, hallways, or abandoned buildings. Its 3 rotating magazine tubes are what truly set it apart. Instead of stopping to reload after just a handful of shots, you simply rotate to the next loaded tube and continue firing. In a survival situation where seconds can mean the difference between escaping and being surrounded, that extra capacity can be priceless. Imagine barricading yourself inside a narrow hallway while dozens of infected push toward your position. Every blast of 12-gauge buckshot can instantly neutralize a close-range threat, creating enough breathing room to move, reload, or escape. Few firearms deliver that level of immediate stopping power. The TS12 also offers exceptional flexibility. One tube can be loaded with buckshot for close encounters, another with slugs for longer-range precision or penetrating barriers, and the third with specialty shells depending on your mission. That versatility allows you to adapt instantly without digging through loose ammunition under pressure. Despite its high capacity, the bullpup layout keeps the weight centered close to your body, making the shotgun surprisingly balanced compared to many full-length tactical shotguns. Of course, no shotgun is perfect. 12-gauge ammunition is heavy, recoil is substantial, and effective range is far shorter than most rifles. Extended firefights in open terrain are where the TS12 begins to show its limitations. But inside homes, warehouses, underground tunnels, or any confined environment where zombies are only a few yards away, the TS12 becomes an absolute powerhouse. Its combination of capacity, compact size, and devastating close-range performance makes it one of the most formidable defensive shotguns a survivor could carry. If your mission involves holding a position or forcing your way through tight spaces packed with infected, the IWI Tavor TS12 is more than capable of clearing the path. Number 3. AK-47. When the world collapses, reliability becomes more valuable than accuracy, speed, or even firepower. Dirt, mud, rain, freezing temperatures, and constant use will push every firearm to its limits. The AK-47 was built for exactly those conditions. For more than 7 decades, this legendary rifle has earned its reputation as one of the most dependable firearms ever designed. Even with minimal maintenance, it continues to function in environments that would cause many other rifles to malfunction. In a zombie apocalypse, where cleaning kits and replacement parts may be impossible to find, that kind of reliability is worth its weight in gold. Chambered in 7.62 by 39 millimeters, the AK delivers significantly more impact than smaller intermediate calibers. Its heavy bullet punches through bone and light cover with ease, making every well-placed shot extremely effective against zombie threats. Even if your aim isn't absolutely perfect under pressure, the cartridge offers plenty of stopping power. Another huge advantage is ammunition availability. The 7.62 by 39 cartridge has been produced by countless countries for decades, making it one of the most common rifle rounds in the world. Military depots, abandoned police armories, sporting goods stores, and private collections all become potential sources of ammunition long after society has collapsed. The rifle's simple controls also work in its favor. Large charging handle, oversized safety lever, and rugged magazines make it easy to operate even while wearing gloves or under extreme stress. Every movement feels solid and deliberate, exactly what you want when every second matters. Of course, the AK isn't flawless. Its heavier ammunition means you can't carry as many rounds as someone using a lighter rifle. Recoil is also more noticeable, slowing rapid follow-up shots compared to smaller calibers. At longer distances, its accuracy generally falls behind modern sporting rifles. But none of those drawbacks change what makes the AK-47 legendary. When you're traveling through harsh terrain, sleeping outdoors, crossing rivers, or fighting day after day without proper maintenance, this rifle simply refuses to quit. While other firearms may demand careful cleaning and lubrication, the AK keeps firing through abuse that few rifles can tolerate. In a world overrun by zombies, where your equipment has to work every single time you pull the trigger, the AK-47 remains one of the most trusted survival rifles ever created. Number 2. Glock 19. Even the best rifle in the world can't solve every problem. Sooner or later, you'll find yourself in a situation where your primary weapon runs dry, gets damaged, or simply can't be brought into action fast enough. That's when your handgun becomes the difference between survival and becoming another member of the horde. Few pistols have earned that role better than the Glock 19. Trusted by military units, law enforcement agencies, and millions of civilian shooters worldwide, the Glock 19 has built its reputation on one simple principle: it works. Its striker-fired design contains very few moving parts, making it exceptionally reliable even after thousands of rounds or months of harsh use with minimal maintenance. Compact enough to carry every day, but large enough to shoot accurately, the Glock 19 strikes an ideal balance between concealability and performance. It holds 15 rounds in a standard magazine, with larger magazines widely available, giving survivors plenty of firepower without adding excessive weight. The 9mm chambering also offers major advantages in a collapsed world. It's one of the most common handgun calibers on the planet, increasing your chances of finding compatible ammunition almost anywhere. Compared to larger calibers, recoil remains manageable, allowing faster follow-up shots when multiple zombies appear unexpectedly. Imagine moving through an abandoned grocery store. Suddenly, an infected lunges from behind a shelf before you have time to shoulder your rifle. In that split second, drawing a Glock 19 from your holster is far quicker than attempting a full rifle reload. Those precious moments could save your life. Another strength is versatility. Threaded barrel models accept suppressors, allowing much quieter shots during stealth missions. Add a weapon-mounted light, and the Glock becomes an excellent companion for clearing dark buildings where visibility is limited and danger can appear from any direction. Naturally, a handgun isn't designed for long-range engagements. Its shorter sight radius and lower muzzle velocity make accurate shots beyond moderate distances much more challenging than with a rifle. Magazine capacity is also limited compared to carbines, meaning every round still needs to count. But that's never been the Glock's purpose. The Glock 19 exists for the moments when everything else has failed. When zombies are only a few feet away when your rifle is empty, or when there's simply no time to react, this pistol delivers fast, dependable firepower exactly when you need it most. In any realistic survival loadout, a reliable sidearm isn't optional. It's your final layer of protection. And few handguns have proven themselves as consistently as the Glock 19. Number 1. AR-15 platform. If you could only keep one firearm after the world collapsed, the AR-15 would be one of the strongest choices you could possibly make. It isn't just a rifle. It's an entire survival platform that can adapt to almost any situation a zombie apocalypse throws your way. The biggest reason is versatility, chambered in 5.56 NATO or .223. Remington, the AR-15 delivers an excellent balance of accuracy, manageable recoil, and lightweight ammunition. That means you can carry significantly more rounds without adding unnecessary weight, a huge advantage when every mile traveled and every ounce carried matters. Accuracy is another area where the AR truly shines. Whether you're eliminating isolated zombies from several hundred yards away or engaging threats inside buildings, the rifle provides the precision needed to consistently place shots where they matter most. Since destroying the brain is the only reliable way to stop the undead, accuracy becomes just as important as firepower. What really separates the AR-15 from almost every other rifle is its unmatched modularity. Need a compact firearm for clearing buildings? Install a shorter upper receiver. Planning a long-range scouting mission? Switch to a longer barrel with magnified optics. Trying to avoid attracting nearby hordes? Attach a quality suppressor and pair it with the right ammunition. Instead of owning several different rifles, one AR-15 can be configured for nearly every mission simply by changing accessories and components. Replacement parts are another enormous advantage. Because the AR-15 is one of the most popular rifles ever produced in the United States. Magazines, bolts, triggers, barrels, springs, and countless other components are widely available. Even years after society collapses, finding compatible spare parts will likely be easier than for almost any other modern rifle. Of course, like every firearm on this list, it isn't perfect. The AR generally requires more regular cleaning than rifles like the AK-47, especially after extended use in dirty environments. But with even basic maintenance, it remains exceptionally reliable while offering superior ergonomics, faster reloads, and outstanding shooting performance. For the average survivor, no other firearm offers such a complete package. It's accurate enough for long-range engagements, Compact enough for close quarters fighting, lightweight enough for extended travel, and customizable enough to handle almost any challenge. That's why the AR-15 earns the #1 spot. When your survival depends on owning one rifle capable of doing almost everything well, the AR-15 stands above the rest. Surviving a zombie apocalypse isn't about owning the biggest gun or carrying the most ammunition. It's about choosing the right tool for the right situation. The Ruger 1022 rewards patience and stealth. The Barrett M107A1 dominates extreme distances. The Colt Python offers rock-solid reliability when everything else fails. The MP5 excels inside buildings, while the Tavor TS12 delivers devastating stopping power in tight spaces. The AK-47 keeps running under the harshest conditions. The Glock 19 protects you when your primary weapon is out of action. And the AR-15 brings together versatility, accuracy, and adaptability better than almost any rifle ever made. No single firearm can solve every problem. The smartest survivors build a balanced loadout, a dependable primary rifle, a quiet utility gun, and a reliable sidearm. Then train with them until operating each one becomes second nature. Because when the dead start walking, expensive gear alone won't save you. Preparation will. If you enjoyed this countdown, make sure to subscribe and let us know in the comments which firearm you'd trust most if the zombie apocalypse started tomorrow. And if you'd like to see a follow-up video covering the ultimate survival loadouts, essential gear, and training drills built around these 8 firearms, stay tuned. We'll be covering that next.